What's up, gang, and welcome back to another episode of the Adventures of Scallywags. I wanted to briefly take some time to talk about my experience with this process. What I mean by that is the video capturing, the processing, and audio. All this is new to me. I'm currently learning how to do all this while also learning the other side of YouTube when it comes to the content creating, the uploading, the thumbnails, music. My plans are in the future to have these videos be longer than 5 to 6 minutes that I currently have. Personally, I would like to get into the 20 to 30-minute range for videos, but that is going to come in time. With that side rant out of the way, let's go ahead and continue on our quest by slaying these skeletons. And there is our first one, and we'll move on to go ahead and get another. And there we go, leveled up, that's our third one. And I'm constantly looting as well, just because we want to sell as much as we can, collect as much money as possible. That's going to give us some level ups, and when we get to higher levels, we're going to need that mount. Alright, there goes our 12th skeleton, so we'll go ahead and do the next quest, which I believe was getting the bat wings and some paws off the wolves. And here we are, we have a good group of bats and wolves around here, so we'll go ahead and start ganking these guys here to collect what we need for the quest. And there goes our first kill, and of course we have to loot to get the items we need. There goes our first one, and I'm going to alternate between the wolves and the bats since they're kind of close together. And there goes our first wolf, and we'll go ahead and collect the paws from this guy here.
What?
4 paws and not 1 to collect. And there goes another bat. At least they have their wings on them. Let's continue. And there goes another wolf. And look what I have. He at least has 1 of his 4 paws on him that we can collect. So let's go ahead and take this bat out. Alright, I'm gonna take this bat out. That should be our last one, and we're done with at least the bats, so we just gotta finish up the wolves. One thing I do like is if you kind of pay attention to the atmosphere that they make, you see those little glowing eyes there, something subtle. But I do like the way they add those little things to make the world feel a little bit more alive. And here we go. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Yep, there goes our last one. So we'll go ahead and turn this quest in. One thing I'll do on my way back to turn this quest in is kill anything on my way from where I ended to where I am headed. This will help with getting XP as well as getting extra coins for purchasing new skills, items, and ultimately help in saving up for the mount when the time comes. I'll be walking backwards while killing so I don't lose too much time while walking to turn these quests in. And here we are. We're going to go ahead and turn these quests in and get our XP and rewards. So let's go ahead and turn this one in for the skeletons. Well, let's see. I'm going to go for that chest piece. It has a little bit more armor than what I'm used to or what I have right now, so I'll go ahead and select that. And 250 XP, not bad. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this quest in. Let's see what the rewards are. I got a bracer and a belt. I guess I might as well just go for the belt. Yeah. And we'll go ahead and accept this next quest is to get the remains of Samuel Phipps. I believe we did pass him when we were doing the quest for the wolves and the bats. So we'll just go ahead and back that direction to go ahead and pick his remains up and then drop them off where we need to. And as I headed outside, I realized that this person has a quest for us, so we'll go ahead and pick it up. They want us to get 6 pieces of savage goods. These are little cardboard boxes around the questing area. That one shouldn't be too hard to complete, and we'll also go ahead and pick this one up. And he wants us to kill 10 young spiders and then 8 of the night web spiders. And before we head out to do those new quests that I picked up, I'm going to go ahead and sell any items that I don't need. And looks like he's selling a weapon that's a little bit better than what I'm doing, but I'd rather do a little bit more damage. And I'll go ahead and sell the rest of the stuff that I really don't need at the moment. I also decided to pay a visit to the trainer. I did level up a few, so I do want to see what I can unlock. Looks like I got backstab. I'll go ahead and learn that. And pickpocket. I don't have enough coins for that, so we'll just leave that alone for now. So we'll go ahead and collect these salvaged goods around the area, and they'll look like this right here, and you'll see the glitter or glint around the item. All you have to do is open it up and loot, and it's really just that simple. So we'll go ahead and get all 6 and finish this up before we start getting the spiders. And this one should be our last one. There you go, 6 out of 6. So we completed that mission. I'll go ahead and just rearrange my inventory, and we'll go ahead and start moving to the direction of where Samuel Phipps is, and we'll go ahead and pick up those remains. Popping up at the map, Samuel is going to be to the north of us, so we'll go ahead and just get him. Most likely I'm going to return back to return the quest in, and then head over to go get the spiders. Here we are. This is the location where Samuel is at, so we'll go ahead and just kill him, gather his remains, and then turn the quest in. There we go. We'll loot his body and, like I said, pick up his remains. We'll head back into town, turn this quest in, and then move on to get the spiders. So here we are at the graveyard. We're going to go ahead and interact with this here to bury Samuel's remains. There we go. That was completed. We'll go ahead and turn this quest into this guy right here, and let's see what rewards we get. Okay, so we have a few options. Nothing's really good, so most likely I'm just going to go with whatever sells higher. And we'll go back into this chapel here to go ahead and turn the quest in for this lady here.
What do you require? Goodbye.
And 450 XP, not bad at all. We made it here to where the spiders are, and what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to start attacking, moving backwards while I get close to another spider. This way, when I'm done killing one, like you see here, the other one's right next to it, and it just makes it easier to kill and not waste too much time. So let's go ahead and slay as many as we need to get this quest completed. There goes our 6th one, and we got a level up. There goes our 7th, and our 8th is right here next to him. And one thing I want you to take note of is the nameplate. You'll see the color yellow on where the name is at. Basically, that just means that they are passive. This one coming up here, if you notice, it's in red. That just means that they are more aggressive, and if they are around your level and they notice you within a certain distance, they can see, they're going to go ahead and automatically attack you. So when we get to higher levels, we want to be mindful of that, because that little trick of me moving backwards while going somewhere, I have to be careful that I do not become overrun with too many enemies with no way to escape, which would just lead into me dying. And yeah, we just don't want to do that, especially when you're going into caverns, any indoor buildings where the space is very tight. You want to be extra careful, so I'm going to take it a little bit easy here. Again, we're still in the very early of the game, so it's not too problematic, but you want to build those habits early on where you don't put yourself in a position where you just end up dying. And here we go. This should be our 8 out of 8. We'll go ahead and head outside and finish killing the other spiders that we didn't fully collect. But once we're done with that one, we'll just head back to town to turn in both these quests. And last but not least, the 10 out of 10th spider. So we'll go ahead and return to town, turn this quest in to see what other quests we can pick up. Alright, we're back here in camp. We'll go ahead and turn this quest in, see our rewards. Oh yeah, those legs for sure. I'm going to pick those up. Well, inventory's full. Let's go ahead and sell real quick, make some room so we can pick up those pants. And again, we're just getting more cash here so I can buy more skills to level up. So just looking through to see what I can equip. Well, not really, so I'll go ahead and just sell everything I have so far so I can pick up those pants. Alright, back here. Now we're going to pick up the pants, complete the quest, and pick up the new one to get 12 scarlet bandages, or bandanas, sorry. So while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and just sell everything that I need to, make some room. I only have one bag right now, so I'm very limited on inventory space. So we're going to go ahead and head over to kill the scarlets now. Here we are. This is where the scarlets are, and we're just going to take them out one by one, loot their bodies, and they should have the bandanas on them that we can pick up for the quest. I'll go ahead and start off and sneak and get the backstab off this lady. I don't know what she's saying.
Sorry, I don't speak Italian.
And there goes our first kill. She has the first bandana that we need out of the 12, so we'll go ahead and continue on. There goes our second one. We have two kind of close by to each other. I'll go in stealth. One thing I like to do is actually, between the two, if there's a caster, I'm always going to go for them first. They can do a lot of damage to me from a distance, so I'd rather take them out first. So we'll go ahead and get the backstab off on her and kill her as quickly as possible. Let's hope he has the last one we need. There we go, 12 out of 12. We'll head back into town to go ahead and turn this quest in and see what else we need to do before we leave. Back in town, so we'll go ahead and talk to this guy to turn the quest in. This was should have been for the bandanas, and let's see what he has for us. And he has a dagger that I previously bought, but this one's gonna be better. I'll go ahead and just accept it. And it looks like we have to kill Corgal, which should be like, I guess, a higher ranking Scarlet than the other ones we fought. So we'll go ahead and sell this stuff, make our way over there to kill the guy and take his head. We're coming up on where we need to be. Let me see if I can find which one he is. I think he's there. He is. He's around the tent. He's got somebody real close by to him, so I'm gonna have to take these guys out one by one. We'll pop into stealth, get the backstab off, and just slowly make our way to where that guy's at. Alright, that takes care of her. We'll loot her body, move on to this lady, pop stuff again, get the backstab off, rinse and repeat. So, let's see. It's okay, it looks like I aggroed him, so, and this is what I'm saying, when you get that red bar, sometimes if they're a little bit higher level, they can see you from a further distance and they'll automatically attack. It shouldn't be too much of an issue. Again, this is still early game, but again, you want to build those habits now, so when you start getting to higher levels, you don't overdo it or overwhelm yourself. And there we go, we killed him. We'll loot these corpses and we'll pick up, oh, I thought we had to get his head. It looks like we just got to pick up some documents, so we'll go ahead and turn this back in. Alright, back in town. Let's go ahead and turn this quest in, see what rewards we get, and see what other quests we have to pick up. So, we'll turn in the quest. Looks like he gets 2 items. I can't use any of them, but I'll go for the higher of the 2 so I can sell it automatically. And perfect, we got a level up. And the next quest is to go to the next town over, Brill. So we'll go ahead and sell this. I think we'll call it here. On the next time, we'll make our way to Brill. Whatever quests we have on the way to pick up, we'll go ahead and do that. But do join me next time, and I hope to see you guys there. Thank you, and goodbye.